Alrighty. Good to see you, Davy Jones Show. Thank you for joining my stream. So, heck yeah, session 1. Now, I am a little bit early. The actual session technically starts at 9. I'm the only one in the general chat right now. But I am anticipating the session beginning here in the next 20 minutes. I am just a little farther behind than I originally thought I would be by now because I had a lot to do with work and side jobs and stuff like that. So, that being said, I have most of my character sheet done. There's probably going to be a decent portion of the beginning of the session tonight revolving around finishing character sheets. I really hope I'm not the only one that hasn't finished their character sheet, because that would be kind of embarrassing. But what can you do, right? So now I gotta decide on what kind of a feeder I'm gonna be. So let's see here. I want to be a consensualist, but also at the same time, like, no, not really. Like, I wouldn't say I never feed against my victim's free will, because, I don't know, maybe I'm in the middle of combat and I want a tasty snack with someone who's trying to, shank me. I don't think I could do a pure consensualist. Not Cleaver either. Farmer, maybe? No, because that only feeds from animals. I could go with a bagger. I really hate the idea of being an alley cat. I could become a blood leech later if I got that position of enviable power. But as of right now, I think bagger is probably my best bet. I don't want to be hungry all the time as an animal feeder. Yay, drinking! Deeps. Into the depths of the rum and cook you go. Alright, so that's my predator. I don't know if I skipped generation / age. I don't think I missed it. I'm pretty sure that I didn't miss it. I'm not really sure what to put for concept or chronicle. This is so fucking right. Ugh, I really wish that I had a physical copy for this, but such is life. Do we have to pick a flaw? Where's our flaws at? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. Turns out that I accidentally let my kid come downstairs. I forgot to close the baby gate at the top of the stairs, so I need to actually turn on her song, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So give me just a sec here. Apologize for the sudden interruption. Not that I'm doing a whole lot right now, but let's see here. What I need to do is not open up the Alexa app. I need to open Spotify. Device. You're gonna connect to her Echo. Okay. And that should do it. And we're back. Hope you guys like the instrumental music. I might switch it up later. Basically, for this, I use Pretzel. And I use the stations, and I just pick a station because they're YouTube safe, which means they're also Twitch safe. There's no royalties attached to them. So, I don't know. If you guys have any recommendations using this, you're welcome to give them to me. I don't know. Maybe I'll switch to like chill jazz or something. What do we have here? Nope. I'm not switching to chill jazz. What about... I don't know. I'm always a big fan of hip hop. No, not hip hop. Indie? No. It's that genre that I really like. It's lo-fi. That's what I'm looking for. Where's my lo-fi beats? Here we go. Yay! Hi, Kit Kat. Love you, babe. There we go. And if you're not already subscribed and you happen to be, have an extra $6 laying around, feel free to go ahead, or sorry, $5? I don't know, $5 I think is my subscription. Feel free to drop a subscribe. That way you'll get ad-free content. And subscribers are eligible for giveaways in the future. Like an entirely brand new PC that you can either gift to someone else or use for yourself. I build computers on the side. It's a fun hobby of mine. If I get enough subscribers and they're recurring and I get people to watch my videos and play my ads. So yeah, even if you're not a subscriber, just watching every time I stream helps me out. Not nearly as much as a subscriber would, but yeah. If I monetize properly, then you guys all help me out. I'll be giving away some nice stuff as soon as I possibly can. Every penny I earn from this stream is going to be funneled right back into the viewers. so should probably add that to my notes. Great exclusion. I'm going to specify human children, because if a vampire kid is trying to gank me, I'm going to gank back. But I will not feed on human children. I'm assuming that we have to pick at least one flaw. Man, there's just so much literature here. Allies would be cool to have, but I don't want to be a thin blood. That's too low on the food chain for my tastes. Oh, I definitely don't want to play Immortal. Okay, so we've got Haven stuff going on here, and I'm not really 100% sure how this works. So let's hear your Haven if you wish. Like all backgrounds, the Haven background is entirely optional. A background with no dots in Haven has a suicide's grave, a room in an abandoned motel, a rented office, or an apartment windows blacked out with plastic bags. Still stay hidden in the day. So this is your house. Law, no haven, you must go to Suns. At least a basic test to find a new resting place every morning. Small haven, but more secure and private than the default. Basement apartment, crypt, locked storeroom in a warehouse. Okay. Good size security, private single family home or a row house. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I want a base haven of 2. So if I go up to my... There's my haven stuff. Right over here, haven, okay. I'm gonna do a haven rating 2, not 3. I don't want it to be too huge. compromise. Flaw would be creepy. Alright, so as a bagger, what I can do is I can host a barbecue every weekend, right? I can have people bring coolers into my home. Some of them will contain drinks, alcohol. Some of them will contain drinks, blood. So that's an easy way to pass for the neighbors. I can hire the neighborhood kid to mow my lawn. Or hire a service. Okay, I could do this. So it's not going to be creepy, not going to be haunted. Okay, I'll give it a hidden armory. 1 dot in that. Or really all I need is 1 pistol and like a shotgun or something. Maybe an auto or a semi-auto rifle, I don't know. Alright, I'll take a cell. That could be really helpful if someone comes over and discovers it, but I need to convince them. Because I'm a very charismatic person, I need to convince them that they don't need to rat me out. Not have watchmen. Nope, that's not a thing. Don't have a laboratory. Don't have a dedicated library. Ooh, a postern. I don't like supernatural scrying. You know what? I'm gonna try to take that. I want an absolute base wording, and the only thing I want it to do, I'm pretty sure that the DM will let me get away with it. The only thing that I want to do is prevent scrying. than that, I think security system. Okay.
Hello.
Hello! So, to all my current viewers, that is the lovely Panda.
Hello. How's your character creating going?
Wow, you're not even watching my screen. It's going mediocre at best, okay?
Okay. Just got on. Don't at me. I will fight you.
You know how that'll go. We'll end up having drinks and laughing it off.
Yes, but first I am gonna hit you with something.
That's fine, I'll kick you back.
No.
Yeah, you know I will.
No. No, that's not how this works.
It is how this works. You've known me for how long? It's how this works.
I'm saying this.
I don't just not retaliate. Okay, lore sheet, buying advances from a lore sheet. I don't know what that is, and I'm not even going to waste my time reading it. Okay. So I don't have to worry about the flaws known blank body or known corpse. I've already got my mask. Okay, what page do I pick my freaking age on?
You're 1,000 years old. I don't know. Hold on. I've been drinking. How's everyone doing today?
I heard that you've been drinking. Welcome. I'm doing all right.
I'm gonna get on video so you can see I'm a couple deep already.
Here we go. I put my headset on today so that hopefully it doesn't get that weird feedback going on.
Oh, yeah, I'm not getting any right now, so that's plus.
Oh, let me fix my hair. Taryn says my hair looks bad.
I think you just said it looked wild. Didn't necessarily say it looked bad.
Wow.
It's that I knew what he was going to say. That's funny.
That hair be wild.
Yeah. Well, this is what it looks like when... Here, hold on. Take my headset off.
I see.
It is getting very long. Yeah.
Also, I still have not gotten the physical copy of the book, so this
I haven't bought it
is
either.
driving me insane.
Not gonna lie, I'm so jealous of your physical copy.
I don't have it yet, but I ordered it.
Yeah. I saw those things are running for like $50-$60 depending on where you buy it.
Yeah, mine was like $60. But...
I don't know what MSRP is. Hold on.
Yeah, I think it's 60 new, 50, it's 50, 45 to 50 is what it's going for used on eBay. Either way, it's Christmas season and I'm too broke to buy stuff for myself.
Oh my God, you have no idea how much money I've spent on my daughter. It is insane. Where's Rhino at?
Coda recreation. I don't want to... I'm not done with the rest of my character yet.
Yeah, so let's just work on that. Let's just work on characters and
Where's Rhino at? Hold on.
Control S. What the fuck? Just let me...
Well, okay, so Taryn, what are you struggling with, or We can just start from the top. Okay, so have you thought about, and again, this is how I was phrasing it to everyone else. Think of your character concept, like who you want the character to be, and then we'll make the rules work around it. So don't be like, oh, I have to pick my clan first or whatever. It's like, no, come up with an idea of a character like, oh, you know, it would be really cool if this vampire like became a vampire in the 80s. And, you know, what's their personality like? And what kind of powers do I want them to have? Just from what I know about vampire lore from movies and television and books and stuff. And then we just make the rules adapt to that somehow.
Where do we find out, like, what generation corresponds to what age? Like, someone from the 80s isn't, like, someone who became a vampire in the 80s probably isn't going to be, like, a third generation vampire.
Nope. Generations are in the book. Let me find the page.
I think I'm not sure if I passed it or what. I'm on page, like, 198 right now.
214.
Oh, I haven't passed it. Okay.
Nope. And for the purposes of this game...
What?
But hold on, you guys are too loud. Or is the alcohol? I don't know. Hold on, turn it down.
Probably a combination of the
Panda,
two.
say
We
something.
are not quiet people.
That is very much true.
Okay.
Especially when we've been drinking.
Okay, good. You're perfect now. Not that you weren't
Aw,
perfect before.
thanks. Hear that, guys? He says I'm perfect.
Okay. So generations. So we're not going to be playing elders.
You said we have to be fourth generation or older, or sorry, fourth generation or younger.
No. You have to be. You're going to be either neonates, or if you want to be a thin blood character, you can do that. But neonates are
10th generation.
So neonate is the oldest we can be.
Yes, because otherwise I have to balance it with blood potency stuff.
At most we can be
I saw that we could play immortal if we wanted to. Sounds
yeah, I haven't
problematic.
read the rules for that. Well, I mean, if you were, you would have to be like somebody's ghoul, you know, so that you know what's going on and everything. What is the generation ages? Here we go.
You said in the last thing.
Or it could be like Denzel Crocker.
Like
I got parents.
max of 252 years old. I think you said. I think that's the oldest.
Yes. So yeah, the Ancillary are 250 or younger, and why doesn't it say how old neonates are? They're between that, you know.
Right,
so like,
let's see here.
turn of the century.
So we're neonate.
You can be older than that if you need to, but then I have to read the rules on blood potency because I can't remember.
I mean, my character technically not.
You can make your character however old you want, and then I will figure it out. I just gotta remember the rules.
4,322 years old.
I will smack you if my character will smack your character. Doesn't give a shit about how old you are.
The only reason is because I became a vampire in 2021 and then went back in time and stayed there.
Okay.
So congrats, Dan. Now you have to factor time travel into your game.
Wow.
Time traveling vampire. I'm sitting close to the screen. Back.
I'm a 10th generation vampire, but I'm older than the oldest vampire.
75.
I mean, the oldest vampire is biblical, so yeah.
I overshot and ended up dealing with dinosaurs for 2,000 years.
This book is just slightly confusing.
It is slightly confusing because a lot of the rules, and admittedly it's organized a little funny, are in multiple places. It's not just like A, then B, then C. You have to kind of jump around a little bit. But you also got to remember, like, we're going to try and play by the rules, quote unquote. I'm making quotes. But also they are designed to be adapted to whatever you want to do. Like if we can't figure something out in the rolls, I'll just say, fuck it. I think it's probably a 2 success, so just roll for it, and we'll just go from there. It's not that bad. It's supposed to be more. If you don't like a rule that's in the book, throw it out. Just don't use it. Like whatever. It's just a game,
So I don't like the rule in the game where it says that I am able to be killed. I'm gonna throw it out.
It takes I don't know if you've actually read that section. It takes a lot to die. You have to take aggravated damage to your whole health pool to actually die. And
Well, okay, but hear me out. Being chained to a rock at sunrise.
oh yeah, no, fire and sunlight does a tick of aggravated damage every minute, so you will die very quickly from that.
Mhm.
But
But
just
in,
in the course of
a bar
playing the
fight
game.
at 2 a.m, probably not gonna happen.
No, you might take a point of superficial damage and be fine when you rouse the next morning because you heal.
Oh
every
shit, how
time
do we
you wake
handle
up.
alcohol?
You can't get drunk, but you can drink.
Not even if we drink the whole bar?
No, you can. Well, if you mean you could drink the people in the bar, yes. If you drink a drunk person, you get a buzz.
Mhm.
Okay, so how
you
drunk
can
does a
actually
person
die.
have to be for me to get drunk?
I think it's probably relative.
Okay,
You
so
know.
if I drink someone who's passed out drunk, I can get a pretty fucking solid drink off them.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you drain them completely,
Cool.
Cool. Let's, drain some drunk people. Not me, though. Don't drink me.
Are you trying to confuse yourself?
Yep.
Okay.
I've got you can't see. I mean, I'll try and put it closer, but I've got my little whiskey rocks in the glass. You can't kind of see.
Oh.
Look, it's a crown glass even. Ooh.
Hold up.
So, okay, for those of you who have started your character in earnest, do you want to talk about who your character is a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
You don't-
Alright.
Yeah, go for it.
So, my character's name, his legal name now, although technically his mask, is Umbra Romano. His ambition is to become wealthy enough that he can help anyone who needs it, whether they're, family, friends, clanmates, whatever. So, my goal is to basically get rich and not be a dick about it.
Get rich or die trying.
Right? Hang on, I gotta
West Side.
go ahead and pause.
I can't
my
throw up
music.
I'm throwing up gang signs on it there. There we go.
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't have a concept yet. My desire, since I read that desire is short term, my first desire of the match or the first desire of the game is to make a good impression on my party members because I don't want them to want to kill me immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Diablerie is frowned upon.
What's frowned upon?
Killing each other.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
Well, there are other ways to piss off other vampires because they were humans and they have their own desires and blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. Generation, I'm going to pick Neonate because I don't want to be a thin blood.
Yeah.
I don't know what a Chronicle is yet. Haven't gotten that far.
Chronicle is the whole game. It's the campaign.
Oh,
Yeah. That's just
whole
you,
game.
so you can just put Cedar Rapids by Night as the Chronicle name.
Okay.
Rapids by night. Okay. I'm going to be a bagger predator.
Cool.
And my premise behind that is I'm gonna be a homeowner. I'm gonna live in a regular house, and but the way that I'm gonna get my bags is gonna be inconspicuous as fuck because I'm basically just gonna host a barbecue and host a party every Saturday night, and I've got a freezer in my basement. And so every Saturday in with the alcohol is going to be 1 or 2 crates of blood, but they're just gonna be in regular coolers mixed in with the beer.
Okay.
And so that's how I'm going to get my source, black market bags, and I'm just going to keep them in my house. I'm basically just going to I'm going to Capri Sun this shit.
You could get the bags from just buying them from a hookup at the blood bank, or a hospital or wherever.
I could, but
Yeah.
depending on the location of the hookup, and I'm not saying that that's not where I'm getting it. I'm just saying this is how I'm receiving it.
Oh, that's cool.
So maybe my
you keep-
contact at the blood bank is bringing them to my house in a cooler at a party on Saturday.
You can keep those secrets to yourself. You don't have to say where your source is, because then other people might want to tap your source, and that would.
Well, I haven't
bad for
revealed
you.
it. I haven't revealed a source yet because I haven't picked one.
Oh,
But
well, you could have fooled me.
that's no, I don't know if it's a morgue. I don't know if it's someone who just personally really likes me a lot and wants to give me their blood.
You can do that. Like, you can have people who are blood bonded to you, like
Yep,
ghouls and
I'm in
stuff.
a polycule, and
So your character, have you started thinking about like touchstones, like friends
yes,
that you
actually
have?
I have. I'm
Okay.
getting to that. So, for my stats, I want him to be like a physically fit and like hard rock person. He has
Throw up the
3
horn.
strength, only 2 dexterity, 3 stamina, 4 charisma. I want him to be charismatic, so that's my 1 4-star. I've got my worst one is manipulation because I don't actually know what the fuck that does, so I just scrapped it immediately.
Yeah, it's for social stuff.
All right.
Mostly.
So I have a composure at 3, intelligence 2, wits 2, and resolve 3.
Okay. Cool.
So I don't have any 4-star skills, but I've got 3 3-star skills in melee, persuasion, and finance. I've got, for generalist, I have occult, technology, brawl, and crafting. I could definitely make a potato clock.
I mean, crafting can apply to like all sorts of stuff. Like, you can.
From what I was reading, though, like 1 star is like super basic.
Yeah, you pretty much have one. Like, 1 star is like you could put together a furniture that came in a box.
Right.
Like you could assemble a piece of furniture from IKEA. That's a 1 star. But you
I can't drive, so that's a thing. I'm gonna Uber everywhere.
Nice. If you want to specialize in like a certain type of craft, like if you have a hobby or something, then you can get an advantage when you are doing that particular craft. Like, it's just in general, having high crafting means you're good with your hands, you're handy. But if you specialize in something, whenever it comes up, you can get advantage.
Right, but from what I was reading for if I wanted to specialize, I would have to sacrifice a couple of my dots in other things and be less broad. So
there's a section, I got to reread it, about advantages. Like, you could just pick a couple of advantages that are kind of not game breaking, but they're like just fun flavor things. I don't remember where that's at in the book.
We'll figure it out later, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. So chronicles have to be chronicle tenets have to be decided by the group, right?
Yeah. So once everyone's kind of got their character made, and we kind of talk about what your coterie wants to do, like, it doesn't make sense if some characters can't be Camarilla and some characters be Anarchs, and you guys all working together. Like, you kind of have to pick a decide and what your goals are as a group and what you're trying to accomplish. Like, are you just trying to cause chaos for chaos sake? Or are you trying to grow in power so that one of you can eventually be the prince of the city?
Well,
or something
we
like
could
that.
all have generally opposing viewpoints as long as we have some reason to come together, like an end goal, even if it's only temporary.
Oh yeah, it can be. The enemy is my friend, even.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Like, hey, we're all gonna go rob a bank together. Let's fuck your opinions, but let's do this.
So let's rob this fucking bank.
So for my touchstones, I have my daughter Octavia, my partner Aurelia, and my dog Lupa.
Okay.
For my convictions, I have always back your family, never harm for no reason, and always do the right thing. Now, the thing about always back family is my character's view on family is chosen, not by blood. So when I say always back family, I mean like always back the people that have earned their place as family.
So your family members that you mentioned, those were your family before you became a vampire, or is it like?
I am still deciding that. I'm not
vampires.
I'm not 100% sure if I want it to be pre-vampire or if I want them to be like post-vampire as part of my cover / they're in on it because, you know, they're my family.
Yeah, you could have like just met a woman who had a kid and made them your ghouls, and now they're your family, you know, and they watch over you while you're sleeping. They don't have to be.
Do ghouls have to be like bound, or can they just want to be there?
It's up
because
to
in
you.
today's day and age, like, there are a lot of people that would actually be totally cool with living with a vampire for no reason other than the fact that they're living with a vampire.
The big thing is, if they're blood bonded to you, they can't possibly break the masquerade. Like, their blood prevents them from revealing your secret. If they're not bound to you, they could betray you.
So if they're not bound to me, that could be like considered a flaw.
Yeah, like you could have, you know, this side chick, family, but in the vampire world, they're just, you know, they're a liability to have. Other vampires could target them. You know, it's kind of a faux pas to attack someone else's ghoul, but if they're just some mortals that you're chilling with, fuck them. You know, they're open game. So that could definitely be something you play around with. You know, think about how you want your relationship to be with them. And it could even be like, I don't know how you could hide it from them that you're a vampire. I mean, if you were a thin blood, you could probably do it because you could still go out in the daylight, or you could just say, "Oh yeah, I have a disease that I can't go out in the sun or whatever." But that's kind of hard if you're living with them. They would kind of know that.
Well, let's do this. Let's have my daughter be a fucking teenager because that's gonna be fun. And
no, it's not. As someone who has a preteen, it is not fun.
I'm gonna have my wife be, you know, like in her 20s or whatever, and they are so that way they can both consent to being bloodbound.
Cool.
That way I don't have to be. That way I don't have to feel bad about blood binding them.
And that could even be your source of your bags. Like maybe your wife is a nurse, and she just gets you blood, you know, and brings it home with her.
Yeah, that
could
works.
be super simple. Or your daughter volunteers at, you know, a blood drive, you know, and she steals blood from people for you.
We just have the rig in the basement. All right, sweetie,
you know,
it's time for your bedtime routine.
I mean, and that's fine too. They can actually, you know, donate their own blood freely of their own free will, or they think is their free will, but they're bound to you, so they're actually compelled to. Oh, hi, Charlotte. Look, it's
so even if they're blood bound, is there like a lever?
Look into the camera. Look into the camera, Charlotte.
Hi, I don't like
Just hi, I don't like this.
Running away.
She's going to the bathroom.
Hey.
Okay, cool. I like that.
So, like, even if they're bloodbound, is there like, since you are the person, like, can you control how much free will you allow them, or is it pretty much they're just impulsively forced to obey and be like that?
It's like they're compelled, so it's not quite hypnotism.
It's more like charm person.
Yeah, like they know that they're bound to you, but they're okay with it. Like they know that because they have to regularly drink your blood every once in a while to keep the bond.
Oh, okay.
Like if you get into, I think it's page 2. Oh, I don't know what page it is. 233, maybe.
Sense.
Let's go to 233. There's rules about blood bonding your ghouls.
Does blood bonding your ghoul make them live longer too,
yes.
Or is it okay?
Yep, they have. So the
it's 234 is ghouls.
Yep, 234. Yep, so they gain one of your disciplines, just one single dot. They stop aging, and their wounds heal faster.
That's not terrible.
Yeah. It's not quite being, they're still alive and they have a beating heart and everything.
Oh, that'd be tricky though. Like, my daughter goes to school with a broken wrist one day, and then 2 days later it's healed.
Well, it says wounds heal twice as fast, so it wouldn't heal overnight. But
so we'll just leave the cast on a little longer.
Yeah, you just fake it. Yeah. So what does it say? Yeah, it just says they have to drink it. And if they drink it fresh from you, that's fine. Otherwise, if they drink it out of like a bag or something themselves, it takes a few days. So if you don't have to feed them, you can just leave some of your blood in a jar, like in a mason jar. And they just
So
drink
how
it.
much of that can be on autopilot for the sake of the game without me having to like specifically note down every single day that I feed them?
Oh, it's autopilot. You just
okay.
Unless you specifically say, I'm going to wean my family off my blood because my humanity is starting to slip and I feel bad and I don't want to do this to them anymore. I want them to go their own separate ways. If you're trying to get rid of them.
I haven't gotten to clan banes yet. Is that something that I should deal with later too?
Do you know what clan you want to do yet?
Bruja.
Your clan bane is that you have trouble resisting frenzy when you critically fail. So that can come up with your family. Like if you're trying to do something and your family's around and you critically fail and you go berserk, you could hurt them. So that's kind of a interesting thing that could come up. Hopefully you're not taking them on your nightly adventures, Maybe you bring your daughter to work.
Although, teenagers, that won't necessarily stop my daughter from like leaving the house and just following me.
I mean, yeah. Or like maybe you decide to go like feed from a club or a bunch of drug dealers and your daughter happens to be there. Like that would be insane. Maybe that might happen. I mean,
why are you here? Why are you here? I'm here to eat.
I came to get drugs, Dad.
You can't even use them.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Also, which drugs? And also, how much are you charging her?
Yeah, I will eat you, child, if you don't go straight home. No.
I know that the disciplines for Bruja listed were celerity, potence, and presence, but I haven't decided, or I don't know enough about them. Like, do I just pick all three? Do I pick one?
It says I want to say 2 points in one and 1 point in the second one, or something.
I gotta reread those and then pick my points to put into them.
Let me pull it up right now. It is on, I want to say like 160. Nope. Let's try 130.
Yeah.
Disciplines. 2 dots in one dot in the second one. Yep. Page 136 or page 138 of the PDF itself.
Okay, let's see here.
Yep. So super speed, super strength, or super intimidation. You get it, but also you might want to read the disciplines because you said you have a low score of manipulation, and I think presence uses manipulation as its check. So let me go to the discipline page. You might want to take celerity and potence for just kind of the character that you've described as, punch first, ask questions later.
Right, which page is that?
Let's see here. All the disciplines start on page 243. So the PDF is always 2 pages in advance, I guess, because it doesn't count the cover page, and the inside cover is, pages or whatever. So whatever the table of contents says the page is on, just add 2 and go to that page on the PDF. So let's see here.
That's page 245 then.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Disciplines.
Let me go scroll down.
General rules using powers. Animalism. Not one of
Okay.
mine.
Nope. So celerity starts on 254. And then I think potency is dominate. They're in alphabetical order. Okay. So let's go down to.
So you said it was 221?
No, 2 and 1. You don't get to pick your third one right away, although you can buy it with experience points later.
Okay.
Yeah, so you pick the 2 that you want, and then one of those you pick level 2 right away, and then the other one you pick level 1.
Into there. In there.
Okay, I'm pulling up presents. Kitty cat, come here, you. Oh, you get to be on camera. Look at your kitty. Here we go.
All right. This was super strength, I think.
Yep. Hi, Mira.
Okay, so if I take 1 in potence, does that basically just add 1 to my default strength?
Nope. You can read the rules on what potence gives you. So level 1 potence gives you lethal body. So using this power, you are capable of causing horrendous damage to mortals, tearing skin and breaking bones with bare fingers. Your unarmed attacks now do aggravated damage to mortals instead of superficial, and ignores 1 level of armor, and that's just on all the time. And then you get Soaring Leap, which is you possessing unholy strength and more than armed fist. The users can leap far higher and further than an immortal. You can jump a number of meters equal to 3 times your potence level vertically and 5 times your potent level horizontally. You don't need to run or anything to make these leaps, and that's a passive too. So potence 1 is just all passive. You're better at things.
All right. Let's take a look here at celerity. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Cost is free. This power vampire suffer no penalty to their defense pools for lack of cover against firearms attacks. So I can just fucking dime Neo. Okay.
Yeah, you can Neo it up.
And that's with level 1.
Uh-huh.
Also take a minor action as opposed to studying, readying, or reloading the weapon for free. Duration is passive. So it does, and even bullets without available cover. They're level 2. Master now allows the vampire to move and react with dizzying speed. Cost is 1 rouse check. The system adds celerity ratings, dice pool for non-combat dexterity versus duration when seen. Okay. I don't think I need. I think I can just live with 1 level in that and 2 levels in potence.
Yeah, all it does, level 2 celerity isn't that great, but level 3 is really cool because you get blink, which is like where you disappear and then like appear right in front of them. It's like instant transmission because you're moving so fast.
Nice. Okay.
And that just requires like athletics checks. So you could like be across the bar and then like suddenly appear in front of them with your hand around their throat, cool stuff like that.
Which page is potence on?
Let's scroll down. It is.
I feel like I've skipped.
It starts on 265. 265.
Oh wow, no, I have not even gotten close to that, but that's okay.
Level 2 potence. You get prowess. I haven't read this yet.
It's 1 round to check in.
Oh, you get
you
get
their companions under the cloak of obfuscate. It's level 5.
Oh yeah, it's level 5 of obfuscate.
Okay, potence.
Man, none of the level 2 abilities are really super great. It's like level 1, you get pretty good buffs, and then level 3 is like super good. So it's like pick whichever one you eventually want the level 3 of, I guess. And then that way you can buy that one first.
Oh, yeah, there it is. When activated, add potence rating of the user to their unarmed damage value as well as to strength feats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's useful. So I can basically add 2 and make myself a 5-star strength.
Yeah.
On those checks. Neat.
And for unarmed damage value, so you're really good at punching and clawing people.
I could literally just punch someone in the face and their head would probably fly off their shoulders.
Yeah, you could literally knock someone's head off. Like, okay. Oh, Rhino, thank you for that wiki article. That's faster than reading through the book. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's fabulous. I'm going to add that page to the resources tab.
Yeah. All right, I need to go refill my drink. Burb, everybody.
Cool.
Thingy was being stupid.
Have you thought about like even like your character's concept as far as, you know, what's their predator type? Do they like to like?
I just figured out the predator type.
Okay, what are you thinking?
I was thinking between like Sandman or like the what was it? I just have
Siren, Bagger,
Green Queen or Alley Cat, but I thought Sandman would work pretty well with where my character currently is in a way.
Okay.
But I am taking that idea that you gave me about like the mental ward.
Oh yeah, that I thought was a super cool idea. Like,
yeah,
you know, even like being,
especially with like what my character is trying to do.
Yeah. Yes, that would be really cool. Like, yeah, you feed on.
Yeah. Then like adding all the extra stuff to the skills is like my brain is going crazy.
Well, I mean, a good way to look at it is, you know, there's physical, social, and mental skills.
Yes.
Think of one area that you kind of want to focus on. Like Umbra's character is focusing more on the physical stuff. Like maybe you want to be a social character or a mental oriented character, you know, or you want to be a physical character as well, and you guys are just running around the town kicking everyone's ass.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make sure that no matter what character you want to play, situations come up during the game specifically designed for you to excel at. Because I want, like, if you put, I don't want you to put points into something and then it never comes up and you're like, oh, I just wasted all my points. No, like whatever character you decide you want to play, that's gonna come up, guaranteed.
And also, what does it mean by saying add free specialties to academics, craft, performance, and science skills? What does that mean?
If you're picking one of the pre-made character archetypes, it's basically a template for you to, like, here's where you should put your skills because this is the kind of skills that someone of this would have. You don't have to use that general, like, if you're a scholar or if you're, what are the other ones? I can't even remember. Veteran, which I think is what
those
was kind of talking about.
Those pages just confused me, so I'm probably not going to use those.
Or investigator, what are the other ones? They're just templates for you're like, okay, what was this person like? And then it just gives you it's just kind of to, like, quickly make a character. Like, okay, I want my character to be a socialite, so I'm just going to quickly pick a bunch of skills that a socialite would have. That's all that is. So you could just breeze through that and pick your own skills however you want, whatever fits your character, concept. But it's helpful if you don't know who you want to be in the world.
Yeah.
Rhino, you have not had your mic on? Do you not have your super expensive microphone sitting next to you?
Who?
No, Rhino.
Oh.
Taryn, you gonna turn your mic on? Or at least have it on when we play?
Not.
Sorry, I'm charging my headset now and it gets all freaky sometimes.
Oh, just like me, I get freaky sometimes.
So the free specials, if you take a dot in any of those, you can take a free special. Plus, you get to pick one as well.
So when you say there's a free special, does that mean you get an extra dot, or like what does that mean? Because I don't see anywhere on this character sheet to put specials.
That blank line beside the skills is where you put your specials.
Oh, okay.
So if you take a one dot into crafting, you can take a free specialty in that craft.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier.
Then I get so I get a free specialty in crafting, and I get a free specialty in performance. It looks like.
Yeah. So, like, let's say you could pick a performance. Like, are you a stand-up comedian? Are you a musician? Like, what's your performance specialty? And then you get a bonus in that.
Method acting.
Yeah, and you also get one of your choice from any of the skills you have dots in. You have to have at least one dot in the skill to take a specialty in it, though.
Yeah. Yep. It'd be weird to take specialty in something you have no training in at all. Well, I've never driven a car before.
Can my specialty be lying to authorities?
If you have a point in streetwise, yeah, I would say that would be valid.
Yeah. So when you take your specialties, you don't want to be too overly specific, but you also don't want to be too vague either.
Yeah.
If you're too vague, then it make you be a little overpowered.
Then maybe I should just say deception is my specialty for performance. Because I do have streetwise.
Then Dan gets to decide how vague and how specific you actually made. So what I did, I took a point into crafting, and since my character was a military vet, it's for weapon repair, pretty much.
Yeah, there you go. Or like you could rapidly assemble a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I like that. I have to read all the rules for gun fighting.
Well,
it's just dexterity and firearms. It's just dexterity and firearms. But yeah. Rhino, did you finish your sheet, or do you have still questions on stuff?
I've got it mostly done. I'm just deciding on a few different things, you know.
Well, do you want to talk about?
It took me a while to decide if I wanted to do Sandman or
Makeshift
Alley Cat. I ended up
rats.
going Sandman.
Do you want to talk about your character at all, like who he is and where he's from, or at least a little bit, like what they would, your clan mates would know?
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Suck out my blood, leave the hole marks clean.
His name is Michael. He is a former military man with the Marines. He is a scout sniper, or was. He participated in the Gulf War. He was, other than honorable discharged due to a PTSD violent outbreak. He spent most of his time near the Appalachian territories, fighting against the Lock-ins. His brood, his pack was there, and they tried to align themselves with the people in Atlanta, and I just decided the Call of the Wild was there, and I just took off toward no man's land. I was heading to Utah when I, run into you guys. I guess we'll see.
Okay, I like that. So you kind of are, you kind of abandon your post. You're kind of you're a deserter.
Call of the Wild gets the gangrel,
Yeah, you know what? They can't hate you for that, but if I wonder just if it might come up later that one of your pack mates might come looking for you. I wonder if that'll happen.
I wonder.
How curious.
They might get met with some gnashing fangs,
Just a little resistance. Yeah. Okay. I like that. So, what's your living situation like? Are you living on the fringes of society or rural territories?
He was very nomadic. He moved with the pack most of the time. There was some old cottages and stuff out in the woods they stayed, and when I left, I just stayed out in the woods mostly, avoiding the werewolves as I ran into them and as they hunted me down from not being happy that I eluded them for so long.
Okay, so you have some children of Gaia on your trail. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Did you call them lichens? I don't know if that's the actual term for them in this game.
I forgot what the term is.
What do they call themselves? I don't even remember. They're children of Gaia, but
yeah, they got a name, but I'm on some medicine that can cause me to forget things. So,
what I'm googling it right now. What do they call? What do those werewolves call themselves? The Gauru. That's what they call themselves.
Yeah, the Gauru. That's right.
Which is
what's the skill of occult? I forget.
It means you know things about things that you shouldn't know.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you've joined a cult, but you know stuff about cults.
Yeah.
And it could just mean if you were a Tremere, you would have a very high occult score because you know about blood magic and things like that.
If you read a few occult books, you'll probably have one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, having 3 or more means you know a little bit and have probably dabbled in it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What did you pick for your disciplines, Rhino?
I have Protean at 2 dots. I have Fortitude at 1. I get Auspics from Sandman and a dot for Resources. I think that's more of a background, but
You didn't take Animalism?
I was going to, and I just sat there thinking, do I really need a familiar when I could just ghoul an animal? So
yeah, I guess that's true.
I can get it later if I want.
Yeah, exactly. So
I thought it was more important since I was taking high protein to have a higher health score. So
yeah, and the Fortitude, you're like a tanky character.
Yeah. I want to run up and claw him if I can, but one of my skills, my specialty skill is firearms. 4 dot into that one.
Well, that would make sense with your background. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
since I'm a scout sniper, I took the marksman specialty. So
So
anytime
you're kind of dangerous at any interval,
Yeah.
like no matter how. Yeah, that makes things tough. How are they gonna, if they close the distance on you because you're sniping at them, big fucking deal.
I'm up close. What are you gonna do now? Oh, well, I just grow claws, okay, and rip you to shreds.
It's like I hadn't thought this through very much.
Welcome to the meat grinder.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Yeah. Okay. Taryn, do you want to talk about your character at all? Negative.
Negatory.
Do you want to ask some questions that we can maybe help lead you in the right direction? Or give you some suggestions? Or some feedback? Or some hopes and dreams? Are you playing a boy character or a girl character? Or do you know yet? Or a non-binary? They, okay, cool. Do you know how old you want your character to be? Like, when were they embraced? Because that can kind of influence their style. Like, if they were if they became a kindred in the 80s, they're kind of going to be different than someone who was, embraced in the 50s, So that can kind of influence your character's attitudes and beliefs. Like, they're kind of, think about when you get embraced as kind of you're locked in time around that era, because that's kind of when you distance yourself from society in general. So you can kind of play around with that and kind of go really over the top for it with it. If you want to have someone who was embraced in the 20s and was like a flapper, play someone who uses slang from the 20s and is very anachronistic with their stuff. And that can be kind of fun.
So the game is set in 2021, right?
Yes, for another month. It takes place right now, whatever day it happens to be when we're playing.
I'm gonna throw something at you. Okay.
I'll catch it. All right, I'm ready to catch it. Throw it. Did you throw it yet?
No. Okay, boy. Okay.
So for advantages, I would probably want to put allies, mask, and retainers.
What's the advantage? What page is advantages on?
It's based on the drop-down menu on this character sheet.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Because I don't think I have any lore sheets. I don't think I have infamy or influence or anything like that. But my character is, very charismatic, so he'd have some allies. His mask is pretty on point because of the way that he went through the legal system and actually tricked the courts into giving him legitimate documents. So basically, for his history, he was originally born in Italy. He wasn't super wealthy or whatever, and he got mugged and he got turned into a vampire on the spot. Over the years, he eventually ended up moving to the U.S., and when he did move to the U.S., he did claim a victim, and he took that victim's identity. He had someone forge the ID, like a solid ID and the documents. He then took those documents to the courthouse, and the documents were good enough that the courthouse didn't realize they were fakes, and when he went to go change his name and update his stuff, they gave him brand new, legitimate documents that actually verify him as a person.
So is he exceptional at forgery then?
No, he hired someone who is exceptional at forgery.
Yeah, Taryn, I think on the character sheet that I'd linked, there are some drop downs when you're filling it out on some of the things.
But I'm not really sure where to put, or like how many dots to put in those 3 advantages.
I'm not sure either.
Well, since like 3 seems to be overkill given like the level of a lot of the other things, I'd say maybe 2 for mass, maybe 1 for allies and 1 for retainers.
It says how many points of advantages you have to use on the character creation section. Like how many total points you have to
But the
use.
character creation section is so long, I don't know what paid.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Give me a second. No?
Conflict pools. I'm in like 124 now, so it's
Character creation is 138.
Where's the one page that has, is that 138?
It's got the.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. 7 points of advantages total, and 2 points in flaws. Yeah, page 138 of the PDF.
I have to take 2 points in flaws. Okay.
Yeah, you balance it out. Yep. And the actual pages that talk about the advantages and flaws are towards the end of the book, like pages 179 lists the different ones in greater detail. Yeah, the clicking all over that sheet is a little weird. Like, it's not the best sheet. Okay, well, I'm gonna add that page to resources too. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, since I think I only qualify for 3 of those background advantages, I'm just gonna do allies, mask, and retainers, and I'm gonna do 2, 3, and 2, so that's 7. For flaws, the only flaw that I put down was feeding prey exclusion, and I will not feed on human children.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's really fun. That's very flavorful. I like that.
It's only human children, because if some freaking child-ass vampire comes up and tries to kill me, I might just drain them.
That's cool. I mean, maybe there will be children vampires in this. I don't know. It might come up.
And they might be older than me, too, and it'll be weird.
It'll be weird.
What do you mean you're 500 fucking years old? Get off my arm!
Get off my lawn!
It just reminds me of Babette from Skyrim. Oh, that's my posture check. It's so sublime. Wow, I'm jealous of your setup. Looks really nice and matches to boot. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I've been I have had my chat not pulled up on my screen.
Oh no, I forgot to pull up your Twitch. Are you on Twitch right now?
Yeah, I'm on Twitch.
Well, hold on. I gotta pull my phone up. And...
let me give you a shout out. Sublime. Point. See, I think I did that. There we go. Call of the Wild. Hunter Call of the Wild. So yeah, this is only part of my setup. So let me actually, I'm gonna go to my Streamlabs here. But I'm gonna turn on my backlight so that I can do this. Let's see here. We're gonna go to the video. We are going to enable the. Where's the other webcam? Okay, so that one's Logitech. Where's the hidden webcam? In these, I think it's going to be in this one.
That is.
There we go. Okay. Yikes.
What did you do?
That's not supposed to do that.
There we go.
All right, where did I have it? Oh, shit.
All right, cool. I'm watching it now. I'm gonna take a 2-second break. I'm gonna go grab another drink and go to the restroom.
All right.
Be right back.
Let's try turning that back on.
Time's up. I'll just pee my pants, I guess.
This one is gonna be stream webcam.
Dude, this PDF thing is stupid as shit.
There we go. Here we go. Okay.
Should I
So,
leave the door open or just?
so that's my kid's setup over there. So I built that for her this year. It's all pink and it has paw prints on the base one. I'm not going to turn it on right now, but there's like a little kitty fan and it's really cool and stuff. That's my guest station and my VR headset, but like that's my guest station over there. So if I have a friend over and they want to play games with me and we don't want to wear our headsets or whatever, like say we want to play Civ or whatever, I do have a machine. That one's got a 1650 Super in it. And it runs a Ryzen 3700X. That one runs a Ryzen 3500X, or no, 2600X, my bad, and is running a 980. My daughter's 2. She doesn't really need a lot, but she really likes the glowy lights, and it's amazing for her. Here we have that aside. So we've got my dual monitors set up for work. However, when I'm not actually at work, I switch the monitors out for the PC over here, which is running a 1050 Ti and a Ryzen 5 3600X. But yeah, it's a lot. So those are my 3 main machines. I have a few laptops as well. But if you can't tell, I have a problem with hoarding computer stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that. There you go. Oh, right. Flip off that light, and that will accentuate all my beautiful red stuff.
Dude, that is not cool.
Charlotte. Hey, babe. Coming up there, running. Vera wants to see you too. Could you hang out for a little bit?
Davy Jones show just followed me. Yay. Fabulous. I'm going to have to follow you back probably. Let's see here. Follow! I do like my red and black aesthetic, so like all 3 of my systems are the red and black aesthetic. Talia got the pink aesthetic, because she's, she going through the she actually did get to pick out her case, and based on her picking out her case, I picked everything else out for her so that they would match, and it ended up being really cool. It was a very, very lengthy process because it's, not cheap to get stuff, but definitely worth it. Her favorite game right now is Pikaniku. Mr. Owen, so were mine, actually, so I can't be jealous. I went to Linmar High School here in Cedar Rapids, or here in, sorry, Mr. Owen. But yeah, so I went to Linmar High School in Marion, so we also had red and black. They're the Linmar Lions. And they definitely overdid it with the mascot stuff all over school.
In the world.
I did not work this time. So.
What are you breaking?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
For Kings and Queens, we were royalty. Yeah. Nice. Yikes, that was great.
Sweet.
Should be alright.
Okay.
Etiquette.
So I'm just gonna put 2 points into my feeding prey exclusion. So I guess I should probably wait till he's back to actually go in. Wait, are you back? Yeah, you are.
Yep, right there.
So should my weapons also be in my possessions, or should I just not write them into my possessions?
You can write them down. Thank you. You're assumed to have whatever weapons you would reasonably have.
Okay, so for my weapons, are those just the weapons that I have on me, or just my weapons in general?
You can put both or either.
All right, I'll do both. Let's see here.
Like if you want to say, "Oh yeah, I carry a 9mm on me, but I have an AK at home." Whatever. The game is a little bit high on my mic. My bad. It's better.
Whip shotguns.
Rum and Coke
Top
number
5
4.
magazine-fed shotguns. What do we got? Number 1, the Mossberg M590M. Bad.
Sounds violent.
Well, that's my home defense shotgun.
Home defense.
All right, so if you check my stream real quick, or if you just Google it, it's the Mossberg 590M. This thing looks badass as hell. It's clip fed, pump action.
I've got that up on my phone.
So yeah, it's pretty solid. But as a vampire,
Look, you
dealing
can-
with other vampires,
you
I
can
am
see
fully
yourself.
aware that it's going to take more than like 4 shots to kill it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see the damage for firearms in this game. Like I said, I didn't read that through all the way.
Also, I guess I could. You know what? Shit, maybe I should make my crafting specialty ammo loading so that I can make my own special anti-vampire ammo.
Ooh.
I don't think there's a thing for that. I mean, like they're not sensitive to silver or anything.
You do well, some of them are. But
Hollow-
you just do
hollow
I'm gonna load it with cloves of garlic. Damn it!
Garlic
Oh my
isn't
God.
even a thing.
a shotgun slug hollow point that just obliterates anything it fucking hits.
Who sells that? Like, what hunting
Explosive
material?
rounds.
I need hollow point shotgun shells, please. Are you hunting elephants?
No,
or
that's
What?
No, that's the point. It's my crafting specialty.
It's just make them at home.
Nobody sells it. I make them.
That's his only specialty. He crafts that ammo, which would be a very good business model considering you
Now-
sell it to other vampires.
That's
Or
true.
maybe you found Rhino. You found some military documents from the Second Inquisition of anti-vampire bullets, and then you gave him the recipe or the
Big
instructions.
brain right there. I like that. I love that actually.
Or do you guys? Are any of you guys Malkavian? Do you have or not Malkavian? Any of you guys Nosferatu and on the dark web?
No, I'm Gangrel for sure.
Faux show. Taryn, do you have any ideas about what clans you want to play, or have you started, or do you remember any of them, or want a refresher? Ooh, I like it. Have you thought about how horribly disfigured and stuff you're gonna be?
6, 7, 4.
Yeah, exactly. That's so cool. They have their own
3, 4.
I'm just gonna
underground e-space that's yeah, I like that. Which is that actually feeds into something else that I was already planning, so I'm glad that you picked that, because that makes me really happy for a plot beat that will happen later
Just
that. Okay. I'm not gonna spoil spoilers.
armor shredding
Yeah,
shotgun shells, where the shotgun shell just like the head is fucking gone. Doesn't matter what your resistance is.
Yeah. Well, all you have to do, Taryn, for that is just take points and obfuscate so that you can make yourself look normal to blend into society when you want to.
It's gonna be my crafting specialty. I've only got 1 star in it though, so it's not amazing, but I can
Let's pull up obfuscate is on page 262 of the PDF. Rank 1, Cloak of Shadows. Standing perfectly still, the user blends into the surroundings. As long as they have some kind of cover, make no sound, and don't move, only mechanical or supernatural means can detect them. So you have magical hide.
Katie Cat is a vampire. That's from 8th grade.
Silence of Death. Yeah, your tracks. Silence of Death. The user silences their footsteps, clothing, minor collisions, and other sounds of their person, makes them undetectable, and an observer can only notice them by sound, such as when on a different floor of a house. Does not eliminate sounds the user makes outside their personal space, throwing or dropping objects, slamming doors, etc. You can still be sensed by auspex, but you'd be very skulky. Okay, so yeah, rank 3 in obfuscate, so you won't have it right away, is what I was thinking of, is Mask of 1,000 Faces. So the vampire uses this power to make themselves appear as a nondescript stranger, someone expected to be present in the area. They arouse little suspicion as their presence is plausible, meaning it will not fool people who do not expect anyone or would be hostile against anyone they didn't know. But if you're like, you could just basically hide in plain sight, and does not provide any personal identification or other ways of misleading an identity check. So yeah, I would start off with 2 points in obfuscate, so that you can get to number 3 as soon as possible, and then take 1 point in one of the other Nosferatu disciplines. So yeah, you're like, we've already got a little party going. We've got Umbra's like the melee fighter, and Rhino's like a ranged fighter and a tank, and Terran's like a rogue character who's like also a hacker. So you're basically Lisbeth Salander from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, but a vampire. And okay, all right, we got some stuff going on here.
So speaking of melee, so one of my weapons is a titanium collapsible baton. That's like my go-to melee weapon.
Oh, like Nightwing.
Damage on
that. Like your Nightwing on Titans has those. He goes, and then
okay, it's not a bow staff, but
no, it's not a bow staff. He's got 2 of them. He's got one in each hand, and he goes flick, and then it's just, and then this is me mining Titans. Like him being stuff.
No worries. So, like, what would be the damage on that?
Let's go pull up.
I'm assuming for these things, like, because they're very specific, you're gonna have to like come up with your own damage on them.
I mean, basically, just say, X number of points of damage, and then whether it's aggravated or superficial. Like, superficial damage means compared to a vampire. Like, superficial damage to a vampire could still be aggravated damage to a mortal, like a knife wound.
So I know that we only like do D10s in this game and we don't actually like roll for damage, but like, what do I put in the damage section under weapons?
Well, that's what let's go to page 3.
I also have a Desert Eagle and that Mossberg 590M that I told you about.
Let's see here.
Because you know what? I have the built motherfucking strength. Why wouldn't I have a Desert Eagle as my goddamn sidearm? The recoil is non-existent.
Okay, gear starts on page 380 of the PDF, and talks about what the types of weapons are, but I don't know if it has damage stats for them.
I think you as the storyteller have to make shit up.
Yeah, I think I'll have to read into this more, and I will be prepared for this by the time we actually formally begin. So basically there's two types of damages. There's superficial and aggravated. 2 points of superficial equals 1 point of aggravated. Once you have enough aggravated points to equal your health pool, then you are dead.
So maybe under damage, I should say that the Mossberg is considered automatically aggravated.
It's relative to how much damage it would deal to another vampire.
No, the Mossberg I've specifically loaded with ammo to kill other vampires.
It's for sure aggravated damage to a mortal. Like, you're going to kill somebody with it. Will that kill a vampire? I don't know. I got to read up on it more.
Okay. Of course, that's why I picked the Desert Eagle, too. I'm like, well, a 9mm ain't going to do shit against a vampire, but...
Yeah. Trying to remember... Oh, Rhino, remind me, what is the stats for health points? Is it stamina and composure? Or is it stamina?
It's so Sublime is dropping in my comments that it's likely 1 or +1 or +2 as a modifier to the amount of margin between the attacker and the defender. Okay, interesting. I'm just going to take a screenshot of that and send that to you. And that way you can, since, you're the storyteller, I'm just going to let you make those calls. Okay. Drop that in our chat.
Yeah, and you got to remember, for anyone watching the chat, that none of us have ever played this before, so we're all learning it at the same time.
Apparently, one of my followers actually has played it before.
Cool!
Watching my stream right now. So
have they played 20th anniversary, or have they played 5e?
That much totally don't know. Sublime, this is 5e, I'm assuming.
Yeah, because 20th anniversary rules are totally different than 5e, and that's why I picked 5e, because the rules are technically similar.
He says yes, he is thinking of 5e, or they are thinking of 5e. So
okay, cool. All right.
Didn't mean to auto-jetter.
Okay, so awesome. That's good. Yeah. I admittedly didn't read as much over the break as I was hoping to, because life got in the way.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I've been running Vampire the Masquerade since V5 came out, but never played older editions. So yeah.
Cool. All right, good. All right. So they're talking 5e specifically. Okay.
Yep.
I never played any of the older editions either. I've been in games where it was vampire template, but with LARP rules. So like you were rock, paper, scissoring for shit. But never played to the actual rulebook before. And we're probably going to bullshit a whole bunch of stuff as we go, because I don't know.
Isn't that kind of the point?
Yeah, and that's the point. Like I'm super focused on making sure you guys have fun and have a good story and interesting characters to interact with and stuff. I can't promise that I'm going to know all the rules.
Well, I mean, the trick is going to be how much bullshit is actual bullshit? Like, at what point is it just all right, wait, no, that's too OP, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. And so my rule and this is for playing D&D.
Ooh, here we go. Heavy impact, baton, club, tire items +2.
This is how I played D&D as well. It's where if I don't know the answer at the time we're playing it, and if I can't find it within a couple of minute or two of looking in the rule book, then we'll skip it and we'll just come up with a house rule or just a very simple check to mediate it. And okay, that's what I was trying to remember. Thank you, Rena. And so we'll just mediate it in the moment, and then we'll go back on the ruling. And I take notes and everything while we're playing too. So if something comes up by the next time we play, I'll have found the actual answer for that situation. Like in the moment, we'll just bullshit something just to get through it and not drag the game down.
Right, not
And then
take 2 hours out of the game just to figure some shit out.
Exactly. I could just say, okay, make an opposed roll of this plus this, and I'm just going to call it, or I'm just going to take half of your enemy's roll for that, and then as the difficulty class, then just fucking try it, and we'll get through it in the moment and keep the game rolling. Because that's what matters, is to not get bogged down to where you guys are like, I'm bored, so I'm going to play on my cell phone because the game's taking too long. That's why I don't like playing games with miniatures and maps and stuff, because that does get bogged down. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Taryn.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to. Oh, God.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, add damage.
I accidentally launched Destiny.
Good job.
Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, whether those fall into heavy gunshot or medium gunshot or whatever.
Looks like it's just. Oh, it's updating Steam now. Great.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, cool.
So for disciplines in like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 slots, is that just like where I write the descriptions of the slots that I have, or?
So you'll put your. I just screenshotted what Taryn just referenced.
Okay.
You'll put your points in there, and then if you need to remember for yourself what you get for each point of discipline, you can write it there.
So when it says like a +2, is that like +2 to your strength value or +2 to whatever damage you decide?
It's the margin of the roll. So
Okay.
yeah, like it's the diff basically. Oh, excuse me. So if you were trying to beat, like say you had if I'm understanding it correctly, if you needed like a 2 success and you rolled a 4 success, your margin is 2 because it's you beat the requirement by 2, and then you add the weapon damage to the margin, and that's your total damage.
So
if I'm understanding that correctly, maybe your person who's reading the chat can verify if that's correct or not.
Okay, so based on that screenshot, the Mossberg would be a +4. The collapsible baton would be a +2 because it's titanium and it would be considered a heavy baton. And so would the Desert Eagle be considered a heavy gunshot because of its caliber?
I don't know, because it says .357 Magnum is a heavy gunshot.
Yeah, and Desert Eagle is a 50 cal, .50. So yeah, of course it would be.
Heavy.
It's a +4.
I'm starting to feel a little tipsy now. This is great.
Good. Speaking of, I need to stop drinking my scotch, and I need to drink. I need to switch to gin.
Should I get my scotch out? I don't know.
It is a kitty.
So I'm gonna take a quick BRB.
Yeah, if you guys want to take 15, I can go put Charlotte.
I'm gonna take like 3 minutes to make this drink.
I gotta put Charlotte to bed.
Oh, that's fair. Go ahead and do that. We'll keep talking to the streamers and each other. So, Bird.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna go put her to bed, and then I'll be right back. cat towel. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I was going to give you a clean one because that one's been, handled. Fine. All right.
So in honor of Vampire the Masquerade, my current cocktail, instead of a standard Moscow Mule, I made a pomegranate mule. So that's cool. And yeah, so that's gonna be super duper tasty. All right, let's see.
I forgot to bring the ornaments in from out the car. We'll have to get those tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ornaments?
Let's go to bed.
Oh, right. He didn't pause himself on the thing, so we'll minimize that for now. I should probably just continue. We'll minimize that. Anyway, Panda, how's your character coming? What kind of weapons you gonna use? Panda? Panda, are you dead? Oh, you're muted. Why are you muted, Panda? Am I the only one left for now? Alright, fine. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my chat here so that I can see my wonderful viewing audience's responses. Alright, so I don't true anarch. You are anarch before the bell led the army of Camilla. I don't think no, I'm not gonna do that. What do you think? So nothing yet. Thank you for the robot, though. It's so sublime. Super duper appreciate it. I need to ask about what all this shit is. How do I deal with the hunger, the blood potency? Guess I can check the table of contents. Let's see. Systems. Mode to play. Kindred intimacy, no. Your city by night, that's what we're doing. That's not what I need. Oh, Panda, you back?
Yeah.
Yay! Welcome back! I
I
missed
have a
you.
cat.
You had a what?
I have a cat.
Oh, well, I already knew that. Or is this a new one?
This is my aunt's cat.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't. My parents cannot have a cat in the house. That's a bad idea. My dad's allergic.
Fair enough. Ooh, okay, so, I don't know how much longer we're going to end up doing the D&D campaign thing. It's probably going to be until Dan gets too drunk. But when we're done here, do you want to play some Among Us?
Sure.
Fuck yeah. Alright, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell we're doing with the blood potency and shit, though. Because that's one section that I have yet to find and touch on. Concepts, characters, rules.
I'm still working on my touchstones and convictions and my merits and my flaws.
So in order to get as far as I did, I definitely kind of half cheated by doing like a partial self-insert while renaming things.
Oh yeah.
So, like, for example, my touchstones and convictions, my daughter, my partner, and my dog.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's you.
Yep. So it's a partial self-insert, but also, like, I'm adjusting the character to be more part of this game and actually be a character that I have to play. So their personality is going to be somewhat different than mine, as well as their actual skill set.
Is he going to be crazier than you?
Huh?
Is he going to be crazier than you?
No, but he will be hotter. So my two main features of this character are brute strength and charisma. he may not be super intelligent, but he can lift a bus, and also he's hot, so people love him.
I mean, I have my attributes. My main one is my manipulation. And then I have charisma, intelligence, and wits.
So my character likes to focus on honesty rather than manipulation. But on that note, though, he'll honesty his way to terrifying you if he has to. No, I'm not manipulating you. I am telling you straight up that if you do not do exactly what I tell you, I will break every single bone in your body twice.
Sounds like my character already cannot trust your character.
Well, in addition to intimidation, I also have persuasion. For the sake of the party and defeating the BBEG, your character can probably trust my character for the most part, unless we have, like, completely differing moral standards, in which case, my character probably won't trust your character, but we'll see where that goes. What if my
character lies to your character?
Well, if you get away with it, great. If I find out, I'm going to snap your limbs.
Well, that's not very nice.
Don't let me find out.
Oh, okay.
I don't like being lied to.
Oh, what if it's for a good reason?
Well, if it's a white lie, it's different. But I mean, if you're just like, if your lie is like telling me that you're gonna go and like murder my daughter or something, I'm just gonna snap your neck on the spot.
Now what? I'm not gonna murder your child.
I know you won't, but you might lie about it, and in character, if my character hears those words, he's just gonna impulsively kill you, even if you don't mean it.
He's like in a mental psych ward, maybe. Dan, don't do it. I will smack you if you bring that up. And I will also...
Oh, Dan's not present right now, so he's not hearing any of this shit. I think he's on a different floor of his house or whatever. Well, this has so far been like really cool for my stream too, because of the tags for this Vampire the Masquerade, new people found me, and I even found someone who's like actually interacting with it and trying to help, which is super cool. I can't wait to find out what they have to say like while we're actually doing the campaign and not just the character creation. Also, where the fuck is Dark? Isn't he supposed to be playing? And he hasn't shown up to either session. Oh, hey, I forgot I muted Dan.
Oh, that's why you couldn't hear him.
Why did you mute me?
It's because you left your mic on while you were putting your daughter to bed.
Oh, ambient sounds. Yeah. My gain is really weird on this mic. I gotta fix that. I gotta go over this.
Yeah, no, your headset was down, but like we were hearing everything that was going on, so I just fucking muted you for my stream.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But no, Umbra, he heard everything about me, like everything about your daughter, and then the word. And I just go, Dan, don't you fucking dare!
I try to be a good parent, so I'm hoping she doesn't go to the psych ward, but like I can't necessarily stop it.
I won't speak badly about Jim. He decided to do other stuff. So he wanted to keep going to FNM, and that was going to compete with time. So that's fine.
Okay. So we can just remove him from that. Okay. Because I still see him in here, so, but fair enough.
Well, I don't know. Is he still... He's still in the...
I mean, he's still in the server.
Oh, yeah. I let other people be in the server. I just... if I did not mark him down as kind, I will do that. Why can I not find... Oh, yeah.
Oh, so he is actually planning on playing when we play.
Maybe. He hasn't decided yet.
Oh, okay.
Last week, the last time we met, he couldn't attend because he had a lady friend.
Yeah, I heard she's hot.
I don't know who she is. I'm also not on social media anymore, so
I don't know her as a person, but she's a model coworker, so they model together.
oh, cool. All right, whatever. I'm perpetually single and staying that way for the rest of my life, I guess.
Hey, you never know. You might find the right guy eventually.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I'm
not
hilarious.
good. Look, man. I mean, no. So he wanted to go out with her that night, and apparently went pretty well. So,
I'm
and
excited
then
for him.
he just said basically he's gonna be doing Friday Night Magic, and that gets off right at 9:00. So by the time he'd get home and everything, it would be like 9:30. He might want to join later. He hasn't.
All right, new plan. He's my ghoul.
So I mean, he doesn't
have to have a super plot relevant thing, but like when he actually shows up, it's just like he's at my house.
He just stops by, you know.
Swings by with the pizza.
Is that a porno? Did you just start a vampire porn?
No, that was an indication that he's bringing me blood bags. But you know what? Why not?
Okay. Because I was like, all right, I'm about that. You know, as a vampire, as a kindred, ew, Taryn, first off, gross. There's no white sauce on our pizza. Let's just cut that out.
Mr. O would be like, it's not the sauce.
Kindred cannot orgasm. So I'm sorry.
Well,
but if you are a siren predator type, you can drink from your partner while they're orgasming and feel their orgasm.
What in the world?
Yeah, it's the best. I mean, let me tell you from personal experience, that's the way to go.
From personal experience. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've drank the blood of all my sexual partners. That's a joke. I hope you know that's a joke. Like,
no, I was just thinking about how many of my sexual partners' blood I've actually drunk. I think 3.
During coitus or just outside of? Okay.
Well, actually, it was more part of the foreplay. But...
okay, I got it. Were you cutting or
Night
what
play.
were you doing?
Yep.
Cool. All right. I'm open, by the way, for Umbra's stream, just about any kink that you possibly have. So, you know. Out of rum.
Now, he does say just about, but he did mention his line.
Yes.
At the first thing.
We have one hard line, and that is obviously anything with diddling.
So when he says basically, there are exceptions.
Now, DDLG is something totally different, although it can be very much misconstrued. So that I'm okay with, but it's
And if anyone else has a hard line on that, please speak up.
Oh yeah. We respect lines and veils around here. That's very important.
All right, I was going to ask you, what the fuck do I do about humanity and blood potency?
Your humanity and your blood potency are relative to your generation. So once you know what generation you are,
I'm a neonate.
Yep.
Where do I find it?
I think that's blood potency 1. What page it's on? Let's figure that out real quick. Page 216, maybe. So generation. Yep, you are blood potency 1. And so blood potency 1.
So that means I'm 10th generation. Or 10th to 11th.
10th to 11 is ancillary, and that would also give you 1 blood potency. So
Oh, so we're actually based. So neonate is 12th to 13th.
Yes. Yep. Correct. Okay. And so blood potency 1.
So that's the minimum, but the maximum is 3. What changes? Is that experience points that changes that, or?
There are different things that I can't remember how your blood potency goes up. I think it has to do with feeding and stuff. Oh, I'll have to take that note to reread that section because I can't remember.
Blood thickens and matures within the limits of a vampire's generation. Blah, 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 increases as a vampire ages.
I'm pretty sure.
Dot of blood potency every 100 years while active, but especially intense experiences or exposure to extremely potent blood can speed up the process.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. You can feed on older generations to gain their blood potency.
What about like a Blood Brothers contract where like we cut our hands and we just fucking give a handshake with it? Does that count as exposure?
If you are blood bonded to another vampire, yeah. That would be exposure, I would think. But that's a very dangerous thing for older generations because it thins their blood to bond with you because you're younger. So it's going to be very, unless it's your sire, it's very unlikely that you're going to meet another vampire who's willing to taint and thin their own blood to bond with you. Although blood bonding is the closest thing that you can get to a relationship or love as a kindred. You could bond with someone and you both have,
you know what,
love-like feelings towards them.
So if I were to be blood bonded with my sire, could I potentially be a 3 or would I be basically a 2 on blood potency?
I'll double check because I don't remember off the top of my head without reading through the rules. Because you can be, I think the range is 1 to 3.
Given the clan that I'm in, I think I'm actually willing to be bloodbound to them. I don't think
it can create some interesting dynamics because who you're blood bonded to, you're likely to follow. So even if they did something that's against your clan or against your sect, you're kind of gonna side with them because you feel compelled and you're just in love with that person. You know, it can create some very interesting.
You're sounding like a robot. You're not coming through, by the way. I know you said something, Panda, but you immediately lost it.
That's me speaking.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
My aunt came in the room.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Panda's aunt.
Hi, Panda aunt.
Panda.
Panda.
Hey, there you are.
All right, Watch It wants me to wear that deep V. It wants
the deep V, yes.
Watch It also spammed me with a bunch of emojis.
Does your chat want me to play shirtless? I mean, I'll do it for them.
I don't know, Twatch It, Kit Kat, do you want that?
Hold on, I gotta see what they say in the comments here.
Well, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure what the timestamp on that was.
Oh. Well,
that could have been 5 minutes ago, and they might be playing Destiny right now. They might be ignoring me.
I was playing Overwatch a little bit.
Oh, I know. Twatch It is paying attention. He said that's a story. Okay.
Yeah. I guess, shucks, we're all going to have to dress as sexy as possible for Umbra's stream going forward. But I really like my comfy hoodie. You know, my pajama sweater hoodie is like, it's a whole thing.
Look.
I love this.
How much you have to strip depends on how many tattoos you have and how many tattoos you're going to get specifically for my stream.
0 and 0. Although, actually, my sister and I, we talked about this because neither of us, well, she has like one tattoo on her ankle and her something like that. Anyway, I have none. She only has a couple minor ones. We're gonna get some tattoos because I've always wanted. I know it's a little cliche, but I really am a huge Superman fan, so I want to get the S shield, you know. And she is a big Wonder Woman fan, so she's going to get the WW Wonder Woman insignia. And
Watch it wants a bunch of nipples. I'm not really sure how we want to deliver them. Should they be in a cooler? Should they be like express mailed?
I don't want your stream to get flagged for having nipples exposed. But, I mean, if they're rhinos, I'm willing to risk your stream. So. And he's muted himself for some reason, so.
Oh, they must be all of the nipples tattoos. So they have to be nipple tattoos. Okay. The tattoos will all be nipples.
If I was
so you just have to get a bunch of nipples tattooed to you.
If I was going to get a nipple tattoo, it would be the surprised Pikachu, and the nipple would be like his mouth, like the, you know. But I'm not going to do that. That sounds like it would hurt a lot, first off.
I am not. So, I have a couple of pectoral tattoos, and the closer it got to the nipple, the worse it got.
Yeah.
The most pain I've ever experienced with a tattoo was the fairy tale emblem. And, like, that's, like, right fucking there. Like, right next to the tit.
That's, like, right up here or something.
Oh, God, the nerves in that tiny little section. There were too many. But I toughed it out. I got it all done in one session. I definitely gritted my teeth and squeezed that fucking armrest the whole time.
Like, I want to get tattoos on the insides of my arms, like, you know, up in this area. But so, it sounds like it hurt too much.
For the forearm, the worst pain on these tattoos, because I got two of them, was always when the tattoo artist went over the tendon.
Yeah,
Just the rapid vibrations that it happened when it went over the tendon, like either side of the tendon, totally fine, no pain whatsoever. For one brief second, every single time it stroked over the tendon, it was like I wanted to chop my head off. Yeah,
there's a specific Bible verse that I want to get tattooed, like half of it on the inside of one arm and then half of it on the inside of the other arm. And so I could do it like in stages, you know, do one arm, then do the other one. But it's, God, it would hurt so much. Well, I don't know.
Twig arms, you might be a little more fine than I was. I'm not really sure how sensitive your nerves are, but...
I mean, I got a lot of fatty tissue, so maybe I'm okay.
Well, I mean, the forearm is a specific part that doesn't have a lot of fatty tissue, but...
Yeah, you probably can't tell underneath this giant hoodie, but I'm a big fat guy, so...
I mean, sir, I've known you for a long time. I also have a bit of a beer gut, per se.
Yep. I like to tell people that I'm just, you know, training for my Santa Claus costume someday.
I have another friend with that same tattoo. The fairy tale tattoo? Nice. I have a lot of tattoos. Like, I got a Slytherin tattoo. I got the Bioshock chains. I got...
Your One Piece.
Oh, the One Piece. Yeah!
The X. Well, who's your friend, Taryn? Because Umbra's whole group got those all at the same time, right? You guys all got the Nakama tattoos.
We didn't do it all at the same time, but... Oh, fuck, yeah. No, I know Renly.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's funny. That's a fun...
Yeah, we actually, So, I actually got my tattoo done with Renly's boyfriend at the same time in the same tattoo parlor, Kevin.
Interesting.
Also with Zaylin.
Man, these are some Xenia last names. Renly. Rhino, are you alive? Or what happened to you? Are you there? Or did you die? I miss you.
I'm sorry. Also, like Owen, Mr. Owen. It's gonna take me a little time to get used to like not pronouncing it phonetically based on how I'm reading it, but I will get used to Owen soon.
Oh, okay. I still call.
But yeah, no, I went to high school with Renly and Kevin and Zaylin, so.
I still. Taryn, do you want me to call you by your Christian name, or do you want me to call you Mr. Owen? Because, I know you don't care.
Just don't care!
So.
Man, you know what? I really want to go to Alex's show. I'm so fucking broke right now, but I really want to go to karaoke right now.
Dude, like, if I didn't have a child upstairs, motion upstairs, I would pop over to the Rewind because I'm like 3 minutes away, but.
Oh, I'm like 2 minutes away from Blind Pig, which is where Alex is at, but.
Man, I'm too far away for that. Or at least when I don't have a babysitter.
Like everything.
No, but my big problem is like I can't afford to pay for the Uber. B, it's too cold to walk, and C, I can't afford the drinks, let alone to tip.
Oh, if I had a babysitter, I'd just come pick you up, like no problem. That's what American Express is for, just to cover all that other shit. Yeah, see, Panda, that's why you got to move back here so you can be my babysitter so that we can all go have fun.
Excuse me?
Excuse you?
Excuse you?
That's hilarious.
No, you ain't doing karaoke without me.
I mean, Dan might, but I wouldn't, but...
You're funny. You're funny.
Well, you know what? If you were here, maybe it would get Cherry and Mecca to leave their house once in a fucking while because they don't.
Oh god, it's so fucking hard to get them to leave outside of work.
They don't do anything.
No, they don't.
I'm very frustrated because
like the only way to see them is if you like drive to their home while they're napping and surprise them.
I'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be out tonight. You guys want to come out, grab Trimble, and like we'll just go." The
answer is always no, 100% of the time.
Always no. Yeah.
I mean, granted, they are essentially both working two jobs because they are monetizing their streaming, so they are actually actively doing it for that reason. I get it, but also, like, maybe once every few months you could say sure.
Mecca's probably streaming Endwalker right now, I would bet.
Is Mecca online?
He was earlier.
Well, I mean, the new Final Fantasy expansion dropped today, so.
Yeah, he's still playing right now.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah. Yep. You should bomb his stream, but yeah. But let's talk more about Vampire. Who else needs shit? Because we're 2 hours in, we can cut out whenever we want, but I'm gonna be up for a while still, so
that's fair.
Taryn and Panda, you guys have more questions?
So I've decided that my haven, so your haven is basically your house. I'm just gonna have a single family home.
Yeah. Yep.
What experience do we start out with?
You have, I want to say, 35 experience points to start with, but I can't remember.
Okay. No, why did it say...
It's based on your generation.
Okay, never mind then.
And so I'd have to look it up.
Wait, Haven is like where you live?
It's where you during the day, where is your corpse, staying out of the sun.
Oh, you never told me what page to find humanity on.
Oh, humanity is on page 238 of the PDF.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. What else was I looking up? I don't remember. Oh, your experience points, right. Okay, experience points are on 153 of the PDF. Let's trade costs. I've got to look that up. I'll make another note of that. Check starting experience points, because that's probably important. It is for sure based on your generation. I know that. But I don't remember how many points you get for your generation. Starting experience. This is my notebook that I keep the notes in.
Oh. That's not safe. That's not cool.
Rhino, that's your job. Go look up experience points. I mean, please and thank you. Love you, babe.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh.
Oh.
I found things. No! That's not what I want. Stop.
Hey, your camera went away. Put your camera back on.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
What are you oohing and ahhing about? Ooh, ah.
The thingy.
The thingy?
The thingy for the Haven.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you're not looking up something, that you're not supposed to be looking at on the internet. Like, oohing and ahhing at someone's thingy.
Oh, fuck that.
Okay, so it looks like I'm going to be a 5 or a 6.
What?
For humanity. I like to think that my character has just a touch of extra humanity than the average neonate, so I'm going to go ahead and give him 6.
Yeah, because you do have a family unit, so that makes sense. Someone who's just an absolute loner is, more like Rhino's character is probably going to have a little bit less humanity. Not necessarily, though.
For hunger, did we just start at 0, or...?
You're perpetually at 1 hunger unless you've totally fed someone, like unless you've killed someone and that clears your hunger. And then whenever you do any checks that might rouse the blood, you have the risk of getting another hunger die. So like anytime you use one of your active disciplines, or there's certain other situations that can raise your hunger. But otherwise, your hunger goes up until you feed again. And then whenever you feed, it takes it down to 1 unless you kill the victim, and then takes it down to 0.
Oh.
So your hunger will start at 1 or 0 for session 1, depending on the last time you fed on something.
Gotcha.
If you start the game off if you want to start the game off having just killed somebody, you can start at 0. Otherwise,
right, so okay, hear me out. A vampire who pretends to be a cosplayer. Right? Like, Liv, you guys know, like, that's the iZombie, right?
Yeah.
Like, just fucking walking around in, like, a full Liv cosplay, but has, like, they're walking around with a camel pack full of actual blood.
You gotta stay hydrated at the con, man.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated at that con. Did you hear that Anime NYC, there was an outbreak of the new Omicron strain of COVID?
I did not hear it, but I'm 0% surprised.
That's oh my god. I mean, it only took like 2 days for it to spread in the US. Like, there were no reported cases. Now there's a bunch of cases. Like, oh my god, people are so bad.
This is America, so...
Oh, fuck those masks, man. We're Americans. We ain't gotta wear shit.
Alright, to an extent, I don't want to wear a mask all the time in public, but, like, in close quarters, I will.
I have one on me anytime I go out anywhere in case it comes up.
Like, if I'm pulling up to, like, the checkout line, I'll wear my mask. Or if, like, the aisle suddenly gets a little crowded, I'll wear my mask. But if I'm just, like, if I'm the only person in the fucking grocery store, no.
Social distancing. Yeah. You're fine. I'm going to ask another vampire question here since we're going off track. For those of you who have decided on a clan, or just in general, I guess, how do you feel about being Camarilla versus being Anarchs? Because I could push the story to accommodate either direction. It's more of a philosophical
real quick,
choice.
give me a brief synopsis of each choice.
So the Camarilla are based off, they're the old blood. They're based out of, European feudal societies.
They're aristocrats.
They're aristocratic. Yep. So the oldest vampires hold all the power, and it's very hard for young vampires to gain power. The Anarch movement opposes that ideal and thinks that power should come from merit, not from age. And
all right,
so
done.
You're all about the anarchy. And, okay. Taryn agrees, anarchy.
Look, if we were playing as aristocrats, it'd be a different story. But we're playing baseline bottom run characters. Of course, I'm going to be anarchy.
But I mean, the whole arc, if you wanted to be Camarilla, would be you're working your way to the top and to eventually run the whole fucking city.
Well, yeah, but we're not looking to become nobles. We're looking to become dictators. All right, so no, but in all honesty, though, like, we're bottom rung. I'm not gonna fucking settle into that.
No. So, okay, so that kind of gives me some ways to frame the coterie. So, if you were Camarilla, for example, your coterie would have been assembled by the prince of the city who called upon you to do his bidding. And so you're together because your prince told you that you guys are now together.
Yeah, see, something about that does not strike me as very American.
It's not supposed to be. It's based out of Europe. It's European.
No, I know, but like, this takes place in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Yes. So if you're anarchs, then you're basically the invading force. Where you're here to cause chaos and dissension and upend the system that exists already in the area. Because you got to remember, Chicago is Camarilla headquarters, so we're not too far away from that. So by trying to basically, you're fighting on the front lines essentially to gain territory, because the like Los Angeles is the Anarch headquarters, and so it's an eastern push to try and take over more territory, especially in the rural areas, So
right.
It would make sense that maybe you're here for a reason to target a small city that is under Camarilla control, or may have recently been liberated from Camarilla control. I haven't decided yet. And your coterie's goals are to gain territory or to just gain independence.
Maybe I've just been watching too much Castlevania, but all I see is Carmilla.
I haven't watched Castlevania.
Oh, you should. It's solid.
I don't have Netflix.
Why the? You don't just steal from other Netflix users?
Yeah. I don't have any streaming services right now.
As what pretty much Umbra just decided, what he just insinuated, just steal Umbra's.
You feel free to donate me your username and password, but right now the only thing I'm watching is my sister's Hulu. I don't have any other streaming. I actually canceled all my streaming services and everything.
Well, I'm not going to post. I'm not going to show you any illegal sites while I'm live streaming, but.
Oh yeah, no, good call, because your viewers may want to tap into that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will frame the story as you guys are. Rhino and Panda, you guys are kind of in on that. Like, you feel like you're more anarch type characters than stuffy aristocrats.
From what I understood, the only person that might have been more aristocratic would have been Dark, and he's just not playing. So
okay, cool. That helps me.
you already know Dan, you know more about my character than Umbra does, so
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a good idea to do that one.
Okay.
Umbra's just gonna be left in the dark about my character a little bit.
You know what?
Yeah,
That's
no,
fine.
that's
I don't care. Like the end goal is gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun, regardless of how little or how much I know about your character. So
yeah, that's kind of like, because you guys
unless
are...
the whole point of your character is to just fuck everyone else in the party over completely, I'm pretty sure it should still be a relatively fun game.
No, I think from Panda, what we talked about, that would make perfect sense for you being an anarch and for doing things the reasons that you're doing them. Like,
Yeah,
I think that fits really well. So the way I'm going to kind of frame it is, you guys are entering a city that has been recently liberated, and maybe it's, you guys might have been here for a while and just been undercover, or you guys all arrived in town at the same time or whatever, and now you guys are trying to institutionalize a new form of kindred government after disposing of the current one, and so you guys have a lot of work to do. I've got some ideas.
The new form of kindred government is Reddit message boards.
Yes. Yes. Love it. Okay. I've got some ideas, and I've got characters. I've already created a whole bunch of characters that you guys will meet over the course of playing.
Well, hopefully not all of them want to kill us.
Nope. Not all of them. Some. Possibly. You know.
Most.
Many. Several?
It's two.
More than one want your bodies tied up on a rooftop at dawn. Okay.
I thought about having a cell in my house, but I ended up deciding that an escape route to the sewers would be better.
Oh, the sewers. Okay. You gonna hang out with some Nosferatu while you're down there?
Oh, no. I might rip some of their heads off if they try to, like, come anywhere near me, but...
Taryn, what's your Nosferatu haven? What's your haven like? Are you gonna live in the sewers, or are you gonna be like live in a basement somewhere?
We'll be like, bruh.
Are you gonna live in a high-rise apartment that just has all the windows boarded up? I mean, you could.
After hearing that, he's just like, no, I'm not going anywhere near the sewers.
It gets violent down there. Ooh, Taryn, your haven can be, you just hang out underneath the bridge underneath the police station, down off the First Avenue Bridge. That could be where you hang out, you know? You just curl up in one of the old, like, cells that are down there. There's plenty of homeless people down there.
Honestly, though, like, your best bet is to just, like... Never mind. I was going to say, like, it would actually be to just, like, get repeated DUIs. But...
And just, be in jail all the time. Hopefully
and just
you
have,
don't
like, have your own secret exit.
Hopefully your arraignment is not during the day, you know? Because you're like, oh, shit, this is a corpse hanging out in the jail cell. That would not be good. Okay. Beautiful. Shit. Well, you guys talk because I'm getting tired. So.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go to bed because there's a cat that won't let me do things on the computer anymore.
I'm about ready to start committing space murders. So, who's up for some Among Us?
That. Not me tonight. Nope.
Wow.
I have a cat.
Wow. Oh, I should go get my cat, huh?
I have a cat, and I don't see this cat that often.
Put your cat on turn your camera back on. I want to see the cat.
Oh my gosh. Oh. You are.
That was a very aggressive request. Where's the kid?
Yes. Besides the fact I have House Calcifer on my shirt. It's
I was definitely looking.
Terry, you'll be happy. Charlotte and I have. Oh my God, Kitty. Charlotte and I have watched like every Miyazaki movie now that was on HBO Max. So she watched Spirited Away, and she watched Howl's Moving Castle and all that stuff. She was very happy.
You just watched Ponyo yesterday.
We did watch Ponyo too. We watched Whisper of the Heart and The Cat Returns.
And about The Secret Life of Arietti.
We have not watched that one yet because we actually own that one on Blu-ray. So we can watch it anytime. We have watched Kiki's Delivery Service and My Neighbor Totoro and From Yesterday, which was actually really good. We were going to watch Castle in the Sky.
She really liked the cat bus.
Yes, she did love the cat bus.
Umbra, do you see the cat?
I see the cat. I'm very pleased. I like calico cats a lot.
This is Hallie.
Hi, Hallie. So fluffy.
She's fluffy and she's old.
Aw, she's a queen.
Yes, she's very much a queen.
Just
okay.
No. Put the camera.
Nope. I'm going to bed.
Okay. Well,
okay.
Have a good night, Panda. We love you, and we are looking forward to next week's meeting. Big hearts.
That's a big heart. All right. Good night. All right. I'm gonna go to sleep too, I think. And Rhino probably needs to get back to Final Fantasy or go to bed.
I let auto log out hit me. I tried to log in. 4,000 people in queue ahead of me. I've been waiting for like 35 minutes now.
I told Iggy that I will play if he buys me the expansion for Christmas. Yeah. And I said if you buy me the expansion and pay for a 12-month sub, I will play. And he's like,
hey shit, that's where I'm at.
He's like, I will buy the expansion for you, but you got to pay your own sub time. And I'm like, yeah. I don't know.
Promised me a 12-year sub. I'll buy my own DLC, but I basically chose the opposite. I'm just like, look, if you buy me the 12 sub, I'll play with you.
And then I told Dustin immediately after that, I'm like, all right, will you pay for my sub? He's like, I don't have a job right now, dude. And I'm like, well. But no, they were playing all day and they got Reaper and Sage to 80.
Ooh, they're doing better than I did. I think I'm almost 74 on Reaper.
No, they started playing at 4 a.m. and then stopped. They played till like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night today. Like I was through.
I was 181 in line when I first got on this morning, and I was the first person at the Reaper NPC. Got my Reaper unlocked. It took forever to set that crossbar up though. Trying to.
Are you on controller?
Oh yeah. I play on PS5.
Oh, okay.
It took a while to get that set up. Then I had to change over to Summoner and check out all the Summoner changes. And Summoner is actually a Summoner now. It's so nice.
Yeah.
It's no longer Dot Mage. It's actual Summoner.
Nice.
Yeah, it was too similar to like Warlock from 14 or from WoW. I mean, yeah, I told Iggy that if I was going to play, that I was going to play Gunbreaker and main tank. But
oh shit, can we get a tank in this game?
In Vampire?
Yeah.
Rhino's the tank.
Yeah.
Can we get a tank?
Can we?
I want a tank.
I mean, if you guys decide to go invade the armory out by the airport,
let's see.
No, I was going to make a male Vieira. I was going to Fantasia, and then I was going to play Gunbreaker. That was my whole plan, and then I just decided not to. And
5 sessions in Umbra. Why are you getting your pilot's license?
Yeah, I gave Dara all my gil before I unsubbed, so I gave him 4.5 million gil, and I said, use this for your crafting at the beginning of the expansion, and then pay me back later.
Sad that you'll never get that money back.
Whatever. I don't need it. Like, it's fine. I don't craft or anything, and
yeah,
I only play one job at a time, so I don't really need much for a guild. Guild's kind of pointless in this game.
I sold the house to Iggy, and I used that guild the entire time. I haven't really dipped into it much. I think I might have spent like 3 mil on glamours and crafting altogether last expansion.
I think I bought the level, the whatever the highest crafting set was for each of my jobs, and that was it.
I tend to just have my raid group.
So, quick question though, Dan. Why is the campaign voice chat locked?
Should be.
There's a lock on it. It says, "Looks like yours." Yeah. Lock on it.
No, it says Kindred can access the role. Hold on.
Huh. Okay, I guess I could get in. Interesting. I don't know why there's a lock on it, though.
Are the only ones who should view the channel. That's what I had.
So I was able to get in, but the lock is still there. It says voice limited.
Okay, that's what the problem is. All right, hang on. No, I don't want you to mute or deaf members or primary speakers.
Oh no, he's gone.
Yep, he left for camp. Okay, there he goes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
All right, you can play with that around another time, I guess.
Yeah, the permissions look fine. I just don't know.
Just delete the campaign and create it.
I think as long as we can get in there, it should be okay.
Or we can just keep using general.
Yeah, it's fine.
It really doesn't make a difference. The same users are going to use the same channel.
Yeah. It's fine. I had it set up so that if someone was on that wasn't in the campaign, they can't just pop in, but it doesn't really matter. No one's going to.
All right.
Unless the channel decides to grow. So, yep, I'm going to go to sleep. You guys have fun playing Among Us.
Well, I think I'm the only one that's going to play it, so I'm not even sure if I will, because the idea was that at least a couple of people would join me, but shrug.
Yeah.
It's not as fun when I'm just playing randos by myself.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel about any multiplayer online game these days.
Sure.
Anyway, have a good night.
Well, you gotta go get it now.
All right, and for those of you who have been stalking me and watching my profile this entire time, I sincerely thank you for all of the support that you've given. All of the support that every one of the 9 concurrent viewers at a time that I had have provided this channel. I really appreciate you guys coming in, like, even if you're going to watch this in retrospect or if you guys are going to watch this as a channel later. I really appreciate the support. I am definitely a new streamer, maybe up and coming. And every little bit helps. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to providing more quality content and for us to have fun together. Whether that's in-game together, on stream together, you name it. I build PCs, I play games, I chat with people. Let's get it. Let's have fun together. Have a great night.